So something that's not being discussed enough and that I have like a huge like friend following, like friends on Instagram like with this is PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome. So I was able to conceive my first child with no medication. Like I didn't have to go to a doctor to get medication help or anything to conceive my first. I always did have the heavy menstrual cycles though, and that was one thing that like I didn't understand cuz my friends would be like, "Oh no, we don't have heavy menstrual cycles, blah blah blah." And this darn flyaway hair broke off cuz I was, bleaching. So anyway, but my friends would be like, "I don't have heavy menstrual cycles." And I was like, "Okay, well that's kind of weird." And then I went to the doctor. And the doctor was like, "Yeah, you're not supposed to have heavy menstrual cycles. Like, your period is only supposed to be, a couple days a week and light." And I'm like, 9 days for me, 10 days for me. So, yeah, I just want like people to be able to have a support group. Like there are so many girls when I started posting online about polycystic ovarian syndrome. There are so many girls on Instagram that jumped on that and actually messaged me and supported me or asked me questions about my polycystic ovarian syndrome and wanted to know my symptoms and what I went through. So for me, weight loss was a huge thing. Not only menstrual cycles, sometimes I get random acne where my acne is like really bad and I am not able to keep it under control. I do have like the dark hairs on my back, on my chin, like I get them on my face and stuff. And that is another tough one. The biggest thing for me is weight loss though. And I had tried a couple different birth controls that they swear is supposed to help with weight loss. And it never helped me with weight loss. I ended up getting a blood clot from birth control with estrogen in it. So a lot of people don't really understand, especially doctors. They don't understand everybody's polycystic ovarian syndrome. Just because one person has it a certain way doesn't mean that another person has it another way. Like everyone has their own. And for me, the only way I was able to lose weight is I took phentermine for a while. And then I also ended up doing keto. So I cut out carbs, sugar, bread, milk, all that stuff. And I did keto. And I was able to lose quite a bit of weight on doing keto and watching what I ate and counting carbs. Another thing, I had taken metformin at the time. I'm not sure what they say about it now just because I've read like a lot of bad things about it. Like they're saying not to take it. And they're saying that it's linked to like liver problems and stuff. And my dad had told me that before, that metformin did have an issue, where it was causing liver problems in people and kidney issues. So I don't know about that one. I started taking a pill I ordered. It was called Myova, and I tried taking it and it didn't really help me. So there's not a lot of doctors that are like super educated, on polycystic ovarian syndrome. I was lucky that I did find a midwife who was also a family doctor, and she was able to kind of like touch base about it with me and like let me know what it was and like support me with the struggles I was having because I didn't know, what it was. I was like so unsure on what I even had. So, it's hereditary. So there is signs to know whether you have it or not. And here are some of the signs. So here are some of the signs. So abnormal menstruation, absence of menstruation. So there was like a year and a half I went without having menstrual cycles. Heavy menstruation, irregular menstruation, short and light menstruation, or spotting. Weight is obesity, weight gain, or overweight or weight gain. Also common is infertility, acne, depression, inappropriate male features, loss of scalp hair, oily skin, or unwanted hair. So I have too much testosterone in my body. So I don't have enough estrogen. I have a lot of testosterone, and I struggled with the infertility. here's another kind of example. I've gotten cysts on my ovaries. I do have the extra body hair. Your stomach also weighs or looks a certain way, like, and like you carry your heavy weight differently than others. So, like, I want girls that I could start talking to about it and be able to be like, hey, like, this is what you have. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about symptoms. Let's talk about health. Let's talk about how we're going to lose weight together and get our body healthy. Another thing was apple cider vinegar. I took a shot of it every day. It helped, it's supposed to help regulate your body. Drinking a lot of lemon water. Like, there's so many different things you could do. And, like, I have a following on Instagram, and I talk to quite a bit of people who actually do have polycystic ovary syndrome, and they've told me kind of like what they've been through and how they're struggling. And so, like, I want to be able to touch base with more people. I want people to be able to reach out and, like, us talk about this together. And, like, some people don't even know they have it. That's another thing too, is maybe you need to talk to your doctor and be like, hey, I think I have this. Can we assess this? Because, like, it could become a serious thing where you end up having to get a hysterectomy. So it is something that you need to acknowledge, and maybe you didn't know you had these, and, these symptoms match polycystic ovarian syndrome, and maybe you should start talking to your doctor about it.